Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I really do appreciate it. I want to talk about law of attraction, and I want to talk about it, and I apologize. I'm going to be probably jumping back and forth and everything because I want to make sure I get this story and all the juicy pieces in it so you understand how powerful law of attraction is and everything like that. So I apologize for jumping. So let's get right into it. Law of attraction is, here's my story, one of the stories that are most profound to me. Okay, one. There's a book by Esther and Jerry Hicks called Law of Attraction. Long time ago, around 10 years ago, I was married with another husband, my ex-husband. We worked at a restaurant called Houston's, okay? He was at work that night. I wasn't, so I decided to go out on our balcony, have a cigarette, and just smoke and just think, I don't smoke. That was just something that I occasionally like to do because it was relaxing to me. Anyway, as I'm out on the balcony, it's in the evening, so the stars are out, and I'm thinking how nice it would be to receive to receive a $500 tip. For some reason, I remember it was $500. Not sure why, but how nice it would be if someone gave me $500 as a tip. Oh, how nice. And then, I let that thought go into the universe, and then, I came back in the apartment and shut the door, blah, blah, blah. Everything was hunky-dory. Let's fast forward to the next day. Me and my ex both have to work at Houston's. So we go into work. I have several guests. And then I get sat with another guest. It's a couple. They sat down and there was something about them, they were so nice. They sat down, ordered their food, and said that they were in town, for, I believe, a convention or a seminar. I don't remember what they said about it because I don't think they really went into detail about it, or they probably did, I just kind of forgot. Yeah, and so let's fast forward to the end of their meal. They asked for the check because they had to go. I said, absolutely, so I dropped their check and picked it up. They ended up paying with a credit card and leaving me a $100 cash tip. I was like, wow, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thanking them up and down, and I don't remember if I told them that just last night, the previous night, I was thinking about, guests coming in and leaving me $500. I don't remember if I said that or not to them, but I know dang well I was thinking that. I'm like, I was just thinking about this, oh my gosh. So I go and tell all the other servers, like, that table over there just tipped me this $100 bill, and the check was really small, it was like $50 or something like that. It was a small check, and so to leave me $100 period was awesome. Oh my gosh, and then I went back up to them again and thanked them. I said, you have a wonderful day and a stay here, thank you. And then they said, of course they were so happy. Oh, then they told me that they don't do this all the time. They don't leave always $100 tips, but they look for people, or they find certain energies and they, give those tips to the ones that they feel, the energy. I'm like, oh, whoa, well, great, thank you. Thank you, I'm so happy you felt my energy. And then, they ended up leaving, and after they left, I went back to the table to pick up their credit card slip. So as I look at the slip, there's an extra $100 in the tip area, and it says, on a little tiny note on the side, says, it felt so good the first time. We thought we'd do it again. So I was like, what? They just left me an extra $100 on top of the $100 that they just left me? What? What? And just the night before, I was thinking about someone leaving me $500. It was an eye-opener, to say the least. A few months later, my ex-husband ended up getting the same couple that I had, who gave me the $200. And I believe I found out, and they ended up giving him $100 because his energy, is charming, everything. He's a very charming individual. They just, gave him $100, and they gave him a book. And it was called Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. At the time, I was serving the couple who gave me the $200. I don't know why I'm about to cry. It's just so, if you all can understand the magnitude of this you could understand how law of attraction worked for me that night, you'd be like, what? What I'm saying is, the same exact couple, I didn't know who they were. I had no idea. The same couple, every time I tell this story I get chills, so forgive me. The same couple who wrote the law of attraction and who was in town that very next day after I had that thought, ended up sitting at my table and giving me $200 as a tip. Esther and Jerry Hicks, they have heard this story before, and my sisters always tell me, why didn't you tell them this? I'm like, I don't know how to get this to them, but it is so profound. And I'm crying because every time I think about it, I really don't cry when I think about this story. I always get chills. But the magnitude and the depth of how wonderful it is when you just decide to freely and happily think of what you really want and how it will come to you so easily. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the same people that wrote this book, for them to come in the very next day and sit at my table and give me $200 after I thought about that, is absolutely incredible. I don't know what other word to use. Amazing, incredible. Think of one. Think of one that's so outstanding. That is what happened, and that's the power of law of attraction. At the time, I didn't even know. I didn't even know too much about the law of attraction. I didn't know anything about the book or anything like that. The secret hasn't even been out. Nothing. So at that time when I was thinking about it, I was just thinking how nice it would be. I was in a very calm, humble state of mind. And being in a state of mind of allowing, and that being in an accepting state of mind, allowing state of mind, a calm state of mind is what brings it to you. And let it go after that. Let the thought go into the universe. Don't hang on to it. Because when we're hanging on to it so tight, it's just, I don't exactly know, but I just know that all of these things that I'm going to tell you more stories in other, in other videos. All of the law of attraction that happened to me came from me letting go. All of them. Each and every one of them came from me letting go. So please be in a state of joy, gratitude, humbleness, anything you can think of that's not going to make you think of, okay, I hope this happens. That tense. You don't want to be tense about it. Do your best just to think about the things that you like and love. And in an event, think about an event that would be nice to happen to you. And then after you think about that event, let it go. And the way to let it go is just let it go. Let it go. And then see what happens. I mean, really let it go. You can't let it go and then still be thinking about it. Is it going to happen? No. Because I guarantee you it doesn't work that way. When you just go with the flow, by letting it go, you will get, that means you're allowing it in. I hope we all can experience such wonderfulness. Anyway, as always, please keep elevated thoughts, a pure heart, and a free spirit, and stay in the moment. Much love to all of you, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye. Thanks so much for coming back to my channel and watching my video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow me on all my other social platforms. And please turn on the notifications so you can see all the new videos that I have coming. Thanks again. I love you all. Bye-bye.